Hi, thanks for stopping by. This is David Berksma. I play guitar in the Incredible Invaders, and I'm here to provide a brief history of the group while you look at some photos we've accumulated over the years. The band began to emerge in Grand Rapids, Michigan around 1961, as Fred Munch, Bob Phillips, and I formed a trio and began to rehearse and perform popular songs instrumentally. We found we had a common sense of rhythm and timing and needed little rehearsal to deliver instrumental covers of pop songs led by Fred on piano, Bob on drums, and myself on guitar. In 1963, Bob and I began to jam with another guitar player named Denny Cook. Initially, we focused on instrumental pop hits by the Ventures, such as Walk Don't Run, Perfidia, Gandy Dancer, and more. Together, we had the opportunity to hear a lead vocalist named Lynn Nowicki, and we were able to recruit her to join our fledgling effort, which we had named the Invaders. With Lynn on board, we quickly built set lists combining her vocal performances with our instrumental efforts, and we began to gig across Michigan. Live music in Michigan by 1964 was exploding as the British invasion moved into full swing. Bob, Lynn, and I realized that the best opportunity for us was to move to a lineup that included bass and keyboards. Our prior experience with Fred led to inviting Fred to join us on keyboards. Fred, an accomplished pianist, did not own an electric keyboard, but we quickly solved that problem and moved forward. We were always out and about and listening to live music, and almost magically discovered Doug Pollock, a local bass player of great talent and demeanor. We convinced Doug that we had the makings of a great group and that he should join us and give us a try. Before the first rehearsal with all parties, Denny announced that he did not want to be part of the group. He preferred a more instrumental approach than we had begun to plan. Bob, Lynn, and I preferred the opportunity with Fred and Doug coming on board, decided we could live with one guitar versus two, and we had our first rehearsal. It was everything we hoped and more. We renamed the group Lynn and the Invaders, and off we went. Over the next 5 years, through the end of 1968, we enjoyed sensational success performing at nearly every venue in Michigan. Won the Michigan State Battle of the Bands, toured in Canada, New York, and Massachusetts, and became one of the most popular lounge groups of the 1960s in Michigan. We were a cover band, but we wanted to write and perform our own music as well. I wrote Boy Is Gone and Secretly, and we recorded at the now famous Fenton Records Studio in West Michigan in 1966. Both songs are featured in the Fenton Records collection Scream Loud. Boy Is Gone rose into the top 10 in local and regional charts. We appeared on numerous television and radio programs such as Twistorama USA in Utica, New York, opened for Paul Revere and the Raiders, and enjoyed extended media coverage, larger demand, and more. An essay about the band suggested we might be called the Incredible Invaders. The idea stuck with us. We followed Boy Is Gone with a song I wrote with Lynn called This Time that we recorded at Prophonic Studios in eastern Michigan in early 1967. We reached beyond the band for a horn section in This Time that was written and directed by the producer and studio manager. We also recorded a much faster version of Boy Is Gone for the B-side of the 45 RPM record. To strengthen our vocal performance capabilities as we traveled more and gigged, often 6 times a week for 4 to 5 hours, we recruited a gifted male vocalist and guitar player named Roger Harcourt from northern Michigan. Roger broadened the band's vision as well as its sound. The goal of writing and recording was foremost. Unfortunately, it just did not materialize, and Roger left the group after a few months. The band would come to a voluntary conclusion in late 1968, as Bob and I decided to move on to careers as we finished college. We played our final gig to a packed house at Cannonsburg Ski Area just outside of Grand Rapids, Michigan. It was a night of celebration and recognition as we took the stage for the last time among fans and friends. Fred, Doug, and Lynn founded a new group called the Common People that brought a new dynamic and powerful group to the rush of clubs that emerged in the early 1970s. In time, Doug would leave the group for service in the U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you, Doug, for your service. In late 1998, 30 years after our last gig, I reached out to Fred, Doug, Lynn, and Bob. We arranged to gather and discuss putting the band back together. We decided to begin to jam again and invited Roger Harcourt to reunite with us as well. In the first session, it was obvious that our chemistry was still alive and well, and in the summer of 2000, we played highly successful shows at a club in West Michigan called Make Believes. 13 years passed before the band again took the stage for a charity gig in Grand Rapids, Michigan. featuring a number of groups from West Michigan that were performing in the 1960s. Roger was seriously ill and unable to join us. He has since passed. The support and enthusiasm we received led to reigniting our interest in writing and recording. I wrote Nothing Quite Like You in San Carlos Bay, and we began recording in the fall of 2013. We also re-recorded Boy Is Gone and This Time, updating the sound and feel of both songs. At the same time, we remastered our original recordings, including Secretly, and released the original recordings, the remastered versions of our original 1960s material, and the brand new recordings of Nothing Quite Like You in San Carlos Bay on our first CD titled Then and Now. Lynn continues to perform live in West Michigan and maintains a busy performance schedule, but could not continue to work with us consistently and still support her own career at the same time. Bob, Doug, Fred, and I decided to reach out to other vocalists that we could feature who were willing to record their own songs or new songs that we wrote with them. That effort led us to Julie Tilson, a Grand Rapids vocalist whose voice we liked. I wrote Sunoco and we asked Julie to record the song. Her unique style fits the song's overwhelming call of innocence and love, and we're happy to have the association with her. We were aware of Brenda Kay from her live blues band performances in Grand Rapids and her incredibly interpretive styling. We reached out to Brenda several times over a couple of years, and she agreed to give recording with us a try. Brenda's voice and style are dynamic, and we recorded a cover of Feelin' Good that we think is stunning. We followed that with a song she wrote called Young Hearts. Young Hearts is a magical voyage and an excellent writing effort for Brenda. Developing the song took collaboration that was both fun and interesting. Fred had produced Roger Harcourt's first album in the 1970s and held rights to a song that was not included in the final album called Beauty of the Beast that he co-wrote with Roger. We carefully reproduced the details of the original demo recording, and Brenda just took the vocal to a place that Roger would have totally loved. I found the recording special because it drove Fred back to the basic piano he played when we first met and jammed together. He can still play those ivories, and I know we all felt Roger's presence as we labored to capture the essence of a great song by an outstanding artist. I had many ideas for a more updated version of Boy Is Gone. I shared those with Brenda and she said, "Let's do it." We did, and if you like the original, I'm certain you'll love the update. Again, Brenda just took the song to a new place. I've found she has this unique ability to translate a writer's vision into reality without much coaching. She clearly has great instinct and talent. I then wrote As Long As It Takes, expecting we would collaborate with Brenda on the vocal. We were well along working the song when our beloved friend and drummer died unexpectedly. We were stunned and wondered if we would or could go on without Bob on drums. We had his full drum tracks for the song and asked Lynn if she would like to record the vocal as a tribute to our friend and bandmate. She agreed wholeheartedly and added a great dimension to the song in our memory of Bob, and we hope everyone enjoys the song. We recently completed Thinking of You with Brenda's incredible vocal performance. We call the song Toy, and though we recorded and produced the song without Bob on drums, we believe we captured the Incredible Invaders sound and feel in the recording. The song is haunting in the time of COVID-19 as many of us have lost loved ones and fill our prayers each day with their memory. Though the intention in writing was not to say goodbye to Bob, perhaps that influenced the song as well. I know we're all thinking of him and we were pleased to preview this song with Bob's family. We're actively working on new songs and new directions and excited to have the opportunity to share our work with everyone here on YouTube. Please keep an eye on our channel for new material and thank you for your support. Bye for now.